ambitions were from the very start to combine social and environmental sustainability together.
So all the aspects of such a housing project, I mean about architectural design, smart construction, communication through social groups, and also universal methodological knowledge are all covered by the partners invited to the partnership.
There is no social housing strategy on the national level. It means that the support of the low-income people is really for the municipalities, for the local authorities. They try to handle the situation in really different ways. It's a real challenge because there is a big need. They really try to focus on the people who are really in need regarding housing, and we are trying to develop policies which can really help them. Selecting the tenants for the eco-housing project will be a very, very important part, that they will be rather low-income people or families. This is really important to have a cross-section of people with different backgrounds. Single-parent families or larger families with many children, disabled people or elderly people as well.
Changes in the construction sector had a great influence on the project, and it turned out to be one of the biggest challenges the project had to face. What happened is that at a certain stage of project implementation, the designed building was consulted with the construction market, and as a concrete response from the construction market, it turned out that the building would cost a lot more than it was planned originally.
40% of the costs of operating a building is due to utilities. Is energy, is water, is heating, etc. And 25% is soft facility management, which doesn't require any hard technical expertise, like cleaning and maintaining the corridors and the common areas. And this is 65% of the cost, something that we can work with if we are smart with our sustainable technologies that decrease the energy demand of the building, the water demand of the building. It is also one goal of eco-housing to rely more on prefabrication, and this is possibly the greatest promise of prefabrication, is to decrease the time spent on site, therefore also reducing the construction cost upfront itself. Co-design was very important to adjust the facilities that we make to the needs of the people who would actually move there. We also want to support social cohesion and environmentally friendly behavior. And with collaborative design, we can map out these behaviors. We can map out the daily routines of people and how they inhabit in their buildings. And we recreate environmental conditions for the ones which are positive. That's how we found out that, for instance, a large community kitchen to hold feasts was not needed because people wouldn't use it anyway. And that is something that's common in Western co-housing schemes. However, people would likely sit out and chat in the corridors if they are naturally lit, if they are spacious, and if they are comfortable. So we designed for that. By this combination of a very engineering-focused approach to designing the home and a very qualitative social focus of designing the home, we could actually create something that's far more resource efficient, simply because it takes into account the human and the technical part of the building at the same time.
The physical object, what we are creating, is nothing else than a supporting for a much higher sense, to create a community, to create new chances for people. For me, actually, the real innovation happens on the social part.
Despite all the difficulties and challenges we had to face, this is still a one-of-its-kind project in Hungary. And I'm talking about community-based planning of a building. This is not a practice that is usual in the Hungarian market.
Of course, we are proud of the technological innovations as well, because most of them are unique in our region and in our country.
I really would like to show to policymakers that the way of managing the environmental crisis we are facing now in the 21st century is to tackle the environmental and the social problems together.